Hi guys, welcome back. Today is May 9th. The time right now is 11:15 p.m. I wanted to give you a quick update and some words of encouragement on my current gang stalking situation. Again, I started the video with telling you about my gang stalkers out of Atlanta. They are males and females. I told you the story of how we began. I encourage you to go back and watch my videos. Start from the beginning so you can get a clear understanding on what has happened and what has transpired in the situation. It does tell a story. Again, currently I'm being gang stalked. I have been for quite some time now. The gang stalkers have in turn began stalking my family, my friends, my loved ones, even people that are just distant relatives. So for the most part, we've been, for the past 2 years now, they've been making these claims of unaliving these women and children that they claim are my relatives in some way, whether I know them or not. They are bragging online, on essaying and unaliving them on camera for this cyber stream platform that they run for profit. Again, they make the money off of this platform. They not only stream me in my day-to-day life, but they also stream my son on this same platform, and they stream and air these unalivings of these women and children on this platform as well. They have, again, this is with this being an update, they have made the claim since the last video, 2 times since that time frame. For much of the day, they spend the day rotating between replaying those unalivings and bragging, cheering on, and soliciting others to go out and help them do it through this platform. That's been their main thing, is begging others online for help, soliciting these unaliving hits, essayings for help online. Again, they continue to maintain this feed in Atlanta, and they are soliciting the help of other gang members, other gang affiliates in the Detroit and surrounding areas to carry out these crimes for them, with the promise of pay or with the promise of being part of this cybercrime network, or part of their gang or their family, as I've told you in previous videos. With them today, for the most part, at least right now, as they've been doing for much of the day, they've put on a loop where they continue to repeat the same thing. I've shared with you how I can actually hear my gang stalkers, and in turn, they can hear and see me. But they've been, again, singing the same thing with the same idiot female leading the commentary of, we put goons on these people, goons really unalive these people, nobody helped these people, which has been their claim as they brag on unaliving these toddlers and their mothers online. Their main thing is that nobody helped these people during these hours-long brutal unalivings of these women and children that they've recorded and streamed online. They again have replayed it multiple times today. They group watch these crimes as they stream them online. Today they've had the normal people there, as far as that are running the platform, and they've also had visitors there. At one point there was anywhere between 12 to 14 males as well as females, with the females being nastier than the males. So I wanted to make sure I touch bases and share the update with you that just since that last video about 4 days ago, they've made the claim twice in between that time frame. Many of these unalivings are women and children. So the mothers, they make the mothers watch their children in these positions, and vice versa, as they claim to make the most money off of doing it this way. Again, they continue to insist that these are my family, my relatives. They continue to insist that these, whether I know them or not, they're my dad's side of the family, is what they continue to claim. They continue to, again, seek these women and children out with the purposes of doing this to them online. One of the things that I wanted to kind of touch base on to other people that are being gang stalked and who are going through similar circumstances that may be overwhelming in their life, that may not know how to handle the situation or how to cope with the situation or how to expose the situation. The main thing is to keep your truth out there. Share your truth. Don't be scared to share your story. These cowards and clowns share their story. These cowards and clowns solicit this mob-like mentality with their story. So the only thing you have to do in return is to share your story. Solicit your own mob-like mentality with others that are like-minded like you, just like these cowards are doing. Share your story. The worst thing you can do is to not share your story. It doesn't matter how bizarre, how crazy, how unbelievable it is. With cowards like this, they're going to make it believable. Again, as they continue to go out and complete these crimes, as they continue to harm these women and children, as they continue to do the things that they know they're under investigation for and that the feds are watching and looking for, as well as these other two task force, continue to share your story. Never get caught up in the surroundings of it or the circumstances of it or what it may look like for them. Because again, what it may look like for them is not what it is for you. What it looks like to their eyes, typically they can only see what's on that computer screen. They can't see past it. They lack the common sense or the decency to see the the circumstances and the consequences of the circumstances. All they see is what they've been able to accomplish and how long they've been doing it, and that they have not gotten caught. So the one thing you have to do, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstance, is to share your truth. Continue to share your truth as I continue to share my truth, as I continue to spread the word and spread awareness of what these cowards have done. Again, in doing so, when the time comes for them to actually get caught up and actually exposed and actually get dragged off to jail, when it finally comes, you can finally say you heard the story here. The truth has been told before it even happened. The story was out and told everywhere. In my case, I have made sure to not only do these YouTube videos, I continue to do my Fed reports. Through those Fed reports, they go nationwide every day. Every report I do, not only does the feds have access to it, every law enforcement agency nationwide gets a copy of those reports every morning, and they don't delete it. It stays in a database. So if you're doing these Fed reports and you feel like no one's listening, no one's looking, I can tell you 100% sure from an interrogation that I did with them that they do not delete them. It is a nationwide database that these reports go in, and every law enforcement agency across the country has access to them, and they do not get deleted. They stay on file. That's a plus for me because, again, even when these cowards are doing what they're doing and completing these crimes and thinking they're getting away with it, if you're documenting it as efficiently as you can, if you're sharing the information as you should and as you choose to, they won't ever. What you do in the dark will always come to the light. And that's the main thing with a story that's unbelievable, something that's so unbelievable as gang stalking. The one thing these cowards have been able to hide behind is that no one believes it's real. No one has been able to prove it's real. No one has been able to actively put laws in place for it, and no one has been able to actively prosecute it because, again, there's so many covers and facades with it. It's hard to prove it's real. What these cowards have in essence done is ran around proving it's real, because not only have I completed these reports from the beginning of it all, I've completed them throughout it all. So again, every instance, every story, every chant, every beg, every song, every solicitation, every claim of unaliving has been reported to the feds and every law enforcement agency nationwide since they started doing it. Not only that, is I made sure to write letters to the governor, the police chief, who in turn put a task force on them. The internal affairs for the police department has their own task force on it. The DOJ has received copies of the letters, all the way up to Washington. I made sure to document, and tell my story as best as I could in every way I could, just so that when it finally comes out, no one can say they did not know. No one can say that it was covered or they didn't understand the situation. What they can say is they didn't believe what was happening. And that's going to fall back onto the system itself that's crumbling. That's going to fall back on the system itself as a downfall, as a you should have, you could have, and you did not. So again, share your truth. You have no idea how powerful just sharing your truth is. You have no idea just telling your story and what it does and what it sets up for the future. Again, even if it doesn't impact you or help your current situation in the right now, there's moments past the right now. The right now becomes then the future. It becomes another day. So don't get caught up in the right now that you don't spread your truth and share what you need to share in the right now to get to that next moment, to get to that next step. Again, those sharing of details, those sharing and how detailed the share was, and the different levels of sharing that I've gone through to share this information, that's going to make all the difference when everything finally comes full circle. That's going to bring these cowards down, and it's going to prove that gang stalking is real for once and for all. So again, my message to you is to stay strong, stay encouraged. Although my cowards are still out here making these claims, still out here stalking and hunting down these women and children that they claim are affiliated or associated with my family as in the form of my relatives in any way. Even though they continue to run this live stream feed daily, even though they continue to do this 24/7, the one thing I remember is to keep sowing my seeds of truth. Keep sowing my seeds of truth, because eventually all seeds grow into the fruit or the tree that they need to grow into. And if you build a solid enough foundation, if you share enough, if you expose enough, when that exposure meets the proof, it's undeniable. And it's undeniable and brings about change in so many ways. So again, be as radical as you want with the truth, be as radical as you want with sharing, be as inspired as you want with sharing, and be as encouraged as you can. Again, these are just cyberbullies, just cowards hiding behind computer screens, inciting and instigating whatever they can against you to destroy in whatever way they can. You have to at least cover yourself with the truth, cover yourself with the exposure, cover yourself with the awareness, because again, these cowards have gone out their way to build this foundation for themselves. They've gone out this way to build this game, this network. They've gone out their way to do these things to make sure they build and incite this mob-like mentality. Make sure you leave enough of a footprint, enough of a trail, so that you can do the same thing and you can actually make change with it. While these cowards are destroying, you be building. Build and be the change that you want to see. Just stay encouraged as I continue to share my details with you and share my gang stalking experience with you. I just want you to stay encouraged and continue to spread your truth. The truth is what's always going to be there, no matter how dark the situation may be, no matter how unbelievable the situation may be. Eventually the truth always comes out. The dark always turns into the light. So just stay encouraged, continue to share, continue to like, continue to listen. It's just a quick update on what they're doing, what they've been doing, what they continue to do. Again, they've replayed various of the unalivings today, all of the most recent. There's been 2 videos that they've been circulating for the past 2 or 3 days, maybe more than like 4 or 5 days, but they continue to do those same videos. It's the same chants, the same cheers, the same begs, the same brags, the same pleas, as they continue to solicit others to help them with these claims of unaliving my relatives. They continue the unaliving threats against the lives of myself, my son, and my family. They continue to share the gossip. They continue to be heard in every way and try to be heard in every way as they continue this campaign, as they continue to run and facilitate this online platform of these unalivings in this gang stalking community. So again, as always, I encourage you to share, like. And if anything else, stay encouraged. It can get tough at times. You can want to snap back at times. You can want to, just you want to stoop down at times. But the best thing you can do and the best way you can do getting your voice out, getting your truth out, is to continue to do it, no matter how fruitless it may feel like, no matter how hopeless it may feel like, no matter how hopeless it may look to other people. Again, if you set a solid enough platform, eventually when that proof hits that truth, there's no other way but to bring exposure and awareness, and it'll bring down any type of corporation, any type of operation, any type of gang stalking, any type of gang. continue to share. As I continue to share, as I continue to like, as always, share as you like with the intention of exposing, spreading awareness, and sharing the details on what gang stalking is and what it has been to me and my family as these cowards out of Atlanta continue the same things.